Hello there, Commonwealth from here. The Nintendo Switch is the accessory system, as you will find pretty much everything aimed to enhance your Nintendo Switch experience for under $100. With that being said, far from all accessories enhance your experience like the ones found in this video. For personal experience, I have narrowed it all down to 10 plus Nintendo Switch accessories that I find the most useful no matter how long I use them. Now, before we begin, be sure to leave a like, subscribe and press that notification bell. And speaking of the Nintendo Switch OLED model, since it has the same measurements as the basic Switch, you will also be able to use all these accessories on it as well. But even if you don't plan to upgrade to the OLED, these accessories will help you turn your Switch closer to the OLED model, minus the 7-inch OLED display, obviously. My first accessory is Nintendo's official Switch Pro controller. Yes, it is probably the priciest accessory on this list, but it is also one of the best accessories out there. How couldn't it be, as long as it isn't found in any official Nintendo Switch system bundles? Which is a shame, as the Joy-Con small buttons and smaller analog sticks makes this controller pretty much a necessity for the Ultimate Smash, Zelda Breath of the Wild and sequel immersion experience, without buying a dedicated GameCube controller, an adapter just to play Smash. Alternatively, you have the 8-bit Pro 2 controller, which is less expensive at $50 and has far more functions, more indeed than the Switch can support, and can be used for multiple consoles, devices and even your PC. There are only a few issues. In some regions, this is a controller that is really hard to find, and even if you live in the US, Canada or Western Europe, you have the following downside. If you prefer the Xbox and Switch button layout over the PlayStation button layout, or a modern Nintendo controller and button layout over a Super Nintendo layout, when playing Nintendo games and plan to only use a dedicated Switch controller, then the Pro controller is still the go-to option for the average Nintendo gamer who simply wants to upgrade from the Joy-Cons. Case in point, my hairstylist. And why would you upgrade? As the Nintendo Switch Pro controller has large action buttons, incredible and durable big analog sticks, and a matte finish that is great to hold for big and small hands alike, and also comes with great battery life. Hence why it is my go-to controller when I play my Switch docked, plus it is a brilliant match for on-dock play with the OLED adjustable stand and our next two must-have accessories. The only downside is the lack of analog triggers, but since no Nintendo titles and very few titles ported to the Switch are programmed for these, it isn't a big loss on the Switch at least. Another slight downside is that the Pro Controller's on-dock play is a little limited on the regular Switch with its poor kickstand. But who said you have to pull out the stand itself? Which brings me over to the Fixture S1 mount from Fixture Gaming, which allows you to play with your Nintendo Switch or Switch OLED model undocked without the need to use the kickstand to play with your favorite Pro controller. It costs $35 and is very simple to use and take care of. Just pop in the Pro controller and slide in the Switch without Joy-Cons, plus it has a solid grip underneath, meaning that you can also use it as a stand. Though sadly not charge your Switch as comfortably as with one of my favorite accessories, namely Nintendo's own adjustable Switch charging stand, which costs $20. This thing has never disappointed me, as I can charge my 2017 Switch while playing undocked with an adjustable charging stand. It is tiny, very easy to use, and has solid grips below which ensure that your Switch doesn't slide away. Place your Nintendo Switch system in this one, connect your USB-C charger, take out your Joy-Cons or Pro controller and play your way without any concerns that your Switch will run out of battery, even on longer road trips. On-dock play with your Nintendo Switch, however, comes with a few threats though, namely scratching or damaging your screen and system. And here we get into my next two favorite accessories. Namely, a tempered glass screen protector. For every new Switch, Switch Lite or Switch OLED model you buy, you will need one of these. They are cheap, at most $10 or euros, you place them once and your Switch is secure. And since you want to keep your Switch safe while on the move, then I also can recommend the PowerA Everywhere messenger bag, which allows you to bring your Switch in its protective case, your dock to the side of it, below it your Pro controller and Switch charger with HDMI cable. Perfect for when you travel with family or friends to keep your entire system in one place. It is easy to open and close, comes with a handle, an adjustable shoulder strap and a back pocket where you can put multiple Switch game boxes. For $40 this is a good purchase, as you get a protective case and a multifunctional bag which is perfect to bring your Switch around. If you don't care about how you bring your official dock with you or simply never bring your dock with you, then Satisfy's lines of Switch cases with grips might be a better option for you. Yes, they cost a little bit more than other cases, but in return you get perfect grip and a case in one. I own the original Satisfy case and grip and the Zen Pro Ice Bundle. These cost $60 to $70, though you can easily do with the less bulky $50 Zen Grip Pro Slim Bundle, which includes fewer cartridge slots but the same great Zen grip found in the other bundles, and these are the reason alone to buy a Satisfying product, as these grips with the thumb pads turn your Joy-Con controllers undocked into a more pro controller experience. It doesn't change the size of the action buttons, but it makes everything else feel more comfortable in your hands. And obviously, you also have Zen Grip Go bundles for a Nintendo Switch Lite. The grips can also be bought alone for $30 if you just want the added comfort without having to buy the case. If you crave a Switch Pro-like experience while playing undocked with a replacement in Joy-Con rails, then you cannot go wrong with the Hori SplitPad Pro. Big buttons, analog sticks, lightweight, and multiple colors to select among. I have the red one, and I love to use them when playing undocked as they fit greatly in my hand without adding extra weight to the system. It actually doesn't feel that different from playing with the Joy-Cons, but this comes at a price, since the Hori SplitPad Pro can only be used one way, attached to the system and undocked, and for some, that might be a big drawback for $50. Though in return you have a proper D-pad just like the Pro controller, 2 turbo buttons and 2 assignable buttons on the back, FL and FR. As you may have guessed, most Switch accessories can only be used when the system is undocked, but the same isn't the case for the Gulikit Route Air Pro Bluetooth adapter. So why would you need one? For wireless Bluetooth headphones and headsets, obviously. It isn't that expensive either, $27 with a USB to USB-C adapter, which allows you to also use this product while docked. In other words, perfect for late night gaming sessions when you don't want to make too much noise, but still immerse yourself completely. When we're at it for a non-Switch OLED, a USB Ethernet adapter so you don't cause problems online. Also, if you're not buying the OLED but still want to upgrade your dull Switch dock, then the PDP Light-Up Dock Shield is perfect for you. For only $20 you can have a Breath of the Wild Ancient Sheikah Tech design or a Super Mario Odyssey dock shield, which are both included. Just plug it into a USB power source and bring on red, blue, green and white light, or combine them for an LED experience even though your display is not OLED. It also covers any dock scratches or marks you may have gotten on your Switch, while still showing off the Nintendo Switch logo below your Mario or Zelda design. Even so, be careful on what accessories you spend your money on, since nothing is more necessary than a Class 10 microSD card, preferably 250GB plus. No matter if you're playing on the 32GB regular Switch or Switch Lite or 64GB Switch OLED, in a matter of months you will need a spacious external microSD card. With the convenience of digital games on your system without required cartridges and exchanging of these, plus all the great Nintendo Switch games found exclusively in the Nintendo Switch eShop. With these, you're eventually due to run low on storage on both the Switch and Switch OLED, and going to run out of space for new games. So buy these right away. It goes without saying, it is the one Nintendo Switch accessory we all have to eventually get. And that's it for my list. Unless you have a 2017 model Switch with lower battery life, then a power bank like mine from Anker or a power bank battery case like this one from Big Blue could also be a sound investment for travel. The Big Blue in particular, since it comes with pro grips for your Joy-Cons and doesn't weigh too much. But with that in mind, those are all accessories that I find useful for all kinds of situations, which will grant you the ultimate Switch experience both when playing your Nintendo Switch docked or undocked. Do you own some or most of these accessories, or do you plan to buy some of them? If so, sound off in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, please leave a like, subscribe and press on notification bell to not miss any of our upcoming Nintendo Switch OLED model, Nintendo Brutally Honest reviews and many other videos. Finally, a big thanks goes to you for watching and to all our patreon.com/CommonRealm patrons, and in particular to our royal producer Charles Shash. You rock, and please enjoy one or both of these two awesome videos.